Have you ever made a life-changing move, only to find the rules rewritten after you arrived? That's the unsettling situation now facing hundreds of thousands of migrants in the United Kingdom. As the government unveils a major overhaul of its settlement policy, on Monday, officials announced that the path to permanent residency, known as indefinite leave to remain, will now take twice as long for most migrants. Instead of 5 years, people will need to live in the UK for a full decade before they can apply to stay for good. And in a move that's sparking widespread concern, this new rule isn't just for future arrivals. It's set to impact those who have already made the UK their home, including an estimated 1.5 million foreign workers who have come since 2020. The government says this change is necessary to manage a surge in settlement and citizenship applications, which they expect as a result of high immigration numbers in recent years. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper has voiced worries that the current 5-year route would soon lead to a flood of applications, putting pressure on the system. A formal document outlining the details is expected in the coming weeks, and the government promises a public consultation before anything is finalized. However, the message is clear. The bar for permanent settlement is being raised. And it's not just newcomers who will have to clear it. There are some exceptions. The 5-year route will remain for non-UK family members of British citizens. And for those who can prove they've made significant contributions to the UK's economy or society, a shorter path to settlement may still be available. This announcement is part of a broader effort to reduce legal migration. Following record net migration figures over 900,000 in June 2023 and 728,000 last year, Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has framed the new policy as a way to ensure that settlement is a privilege to be earned, especially for those who work, pay taxes, and help rebuild the country. But not everyone is convinced. Some Labour MPs have raised alarms about the impact on people already living in the UK, saying the lack of clarity is causing real anxiety. One MP shared that her constituents are so worried about their future that some are even considering leaving the country. For many migrants, the news feels like a broken promise. Isa, who moved to the UK 3 years ago with his wife, described the change as a betrayal. He told the BBC that they had planned their lives around the existing rules, expecting to qualify for settlement after 2 more years. Now, with the goalposts moved, he's questioning whether to stay in the UK at all. Isa and his wife both work in the tech sector, and he warns that the uncertainty could drive away talented professionals and even prompt international companies to close their UK offices. The Migration Observatory, a leading research group, notes that a 10-year wait for settlement would make the UK system more restrictive than most wealthy countries. Though similar to Switzerland and Japan, they also point out that while the change may not drastically reduce migration, it will mean more revenue from visa fees and longer periods where migrants lack the full rights of permanent residence, such as the ability to live, work, and study in the UK without restrictions, or to access benefits. Permanent settlement is also a key step toward British citizenship, so the new rules could delay or complicate that process for many. Advocacy groups are calling the move unfair and harmful. Annie Chowdhury, co-legal director at the Joint Council for the Welfare of Immigrants, has called it a cruel betrayal, warning that changing the rules for people who have already built their lives here will cause debt, uncertainty, and trauma. He urged the government to create a system that is clear, affordable, and compassionate. If you or someone you know is affected by these changes, now is the time to speak up. Share your story, contact your local representatives, and make your voice heard in the upcoming consultation. Policies like this don't just change paperwork, they change lives. For more updates and in-depth analysis on this and other major stories, subscribe to our channel and join the conversation in the comments. Your experience and your voice matter. Stay tuned for more, and thank you for watching.